All right, welcome back, guys. It is week 5 of this current RTA season, and we're going to go through some matches, and we're going to talk about the stats and do that thing that we do. So, great week. Win rate's up to 70%, which is ridiculous. Like, never have I gotten anywhere close to this, so clearly things are going well. But yeah, pretty happy with that. So we're going to watch some replays. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 5. Do we have any with the Guardians? I fought a couple Guardians. Yeah. Let's start at these Guardian matches. They're still Guardians. That's pretty cool. So I faced my first 2 Guardians. We'll go ahead and watch. Of the season. So the matchmaking is pretty spot on. I've been facing C3s as C3 pretty much all the time. So he starts at the tableau. So I go, okay, this is going to be fast. So I go fast. Soon as he drops the Beast Rider, I think, okay, what counters Beast Rider? That's Leo. So that was my thought there. I wanted to completely disrupt his Beast Rider damage. The Beast Rider is nerfed by Leo. The damage from the Jamire is nerfed by Leo. The Leo completely wrecks the Tableau. I'm kind of surprised I got to keep the Leo, because in my mind, those 3 units are completely countered. But hey, who knows? So I go with the skill 2 there just to get the defense break on something, and, it fully heals up the Juno, but that's okay. He starts doing his thing. He's not doing his skill 3, because I don't think it does anything for him. It gives him a speed buff, which should let him go next, but speed buff doesn't matter, because I have Leo right now. Reset the Savannah. Miss the bomb, immediately dismount the Savannah. So in my mind, what's the point of resetting if I'm going to dismount? So I could have maybe done a better job there. Probably should have reset the Tableau, I guess, if it was just going to get dismounted anyway, because once it's dismounted, it has no skills. I mean, skill 2, but it doesn't really matter. So we're feeling really good here. It's slowly working out the Antares, which makes sense. I'm heal blocked, which means I can't heal up my Antares. This Juno is doing crazy damage. I am curious about this Juno. I'm not really seeing the damage. It doesn't look like that much. Yeah, it's only mid 1200s per hit. I wonder if it's a Leo counter Juno, because most Junos, I believe, are additional damage by speed, and that would be completely countered here. So maybe it's additional damage by attack or defense or something like that, or it's on crit damage. But I squeak by. I squeak by with a Leo not getting stunned and critting on the Torrent. So very, very, very close. But hey, I'll take it. Got this other match against this Guardian player here. I was like, back-to-back Guardian matches. That's good points. He picked Wusa first, so I went with Nanahan, which is my nice little combo there. He went with the Kitan Dashang, I believe, who's really, really good. And then I went with Diana Yanhong. He finished up with Double Fire. I went with Juno, because I just seen a Juno do crazy things. That was kind of my thought there. What I wanted to make sure I had was strips, right? Because I can't let that Wusa control the match. I have to have at least one reliable strip, and so that's why I went with Diana and Juno. If I had only picked one of them, I think he probably would have banned it, and I would have been in pretty bad shape. So that's why I went with both. And my goal here is just to activate the Nana if I can. And his goal is to kill things really fast. So I'm just doing skill 1 there, because if I transform, bad things happen. Bad things kind of already happened. The Heigang did a lot with the double stun. And then I got nothing there. That was crazy, because my Nana is 100% accuracy. I got nothing. She was glanced, but I got no stuns, no defense breaks, no nothing. So that glance worked really, really well. So he's doing great here. I'm feeling sad. Feeling real sad. But we shrug off that. We get a little baby heal off the 2 debuffs, and just enough to kind of keep the Juno alive. And then there's Nana, who also keeps the Juno alive. Now it's Diana time. My goal with the Diana, and you can see I'm doing about 2.8k per hit, which is pretty good. Get the proc, which is, sad. But I get the second proc, which is super sad. My goal with the Diana is to find the weakest target and burn it with Nana. That's kind of the only tactic. Like, I go into the fire unit because I have some leeway with the Nana, and we burn it down with the Diana. So Han sits there and does nothing, soaks attacks because I built him really tanky, and then the Diana does nuts stuff. So good job, team. All right, so we looked at those 2. I don't think we need to look at these middle 3. Let's look at these last 3. Those are probably my 2 hardest matches. This is my only loss of the week. Let's watch that. I went 7-1 this week, which is nuts. I didn't play a lot. But this is my only loss, and I think I made a mistake here. So he got the Wusa early, but I feel like I had to get the Nana. Han, my nice little combo. I'm on a Juno high. I banned the Wusa, because I'm like, that's his only healing, that's his only buffs. And my thought was I'd be fine. My thought was that the Molly's glance chance would mess with the debuffs. But I think the mistake was the Molly and possibly the Juno as well. I should have taken a Verd with all the AoE. Like, he can just AoE with impunity. I think a Verd would have been stronger than Juno. And then I also think that a Yanhong would be stronger than Molly. Something a little more aggressive with some damage potential. He's got too much control into the Molly. I think that was the mistake. Like, after this match, I was like, and I thought about it. And I was like, yeah, I think the Juno and the Molly are too easily bar controlled, and he is able to get everything done that he wants to get done. That's my thought there. But, I mean, I still got a kill. I'm kind of still in it. I just need to not have things go off like crazy. Like, double stun there. Gets the kill, but now I'm really weak, which is what you want. Like, there's a couple of different ways to deal with Nana. One of them is AoE things down. One of them is bar control. And then the other one is just outrace on damage. Or sometimes Nana users won't pick enough damage, and you can win that way. So there are definitely ways to beat Nana. It's just that I don't know. Like, the change in the meta is people are like, I can't believe I have to think about what to do with Nana every match. But it used to just be Hathor, and then it was Karnal. You know what I mean? And then it was Chung Pung. Like, there's always a unit that comes up, and you have to plan for it. And I feel like the top tier players plan for it. You know, it's like the people that don't like it because it's new, and they're used to being the ones that people plan for. I feel like, I don't know. It's really, really good. And I don't know that we'll get it in its current form more than this current season, but I mean, at least it's something different. It would have just been Karnal otherwise. Had there not been Nana, this season would have been season 2 of Karnal or 3 or whatever. So I don't know. I know that defending units that everyone wants nerfed is like a risky territory, but I mean, I just like things different. And we had Gani Hathor for so long that anything different is exciting. Like, it was every season, oh, it's Gani Hathor, I gotta break it up. Like, you didn't have a choice. One of your 5 picks had to be Gani or Hathor, or you were getting Gani Hathor. And I feel like, I don't know, it's different. So we'll see. Maybe that's just crazy, but that's what I think there. So these last 2 matches, in my mind, kind of show what's going on with matchmaking is weird. So they changed matchmaking to make it more fair, but I think it has made C3 weaker. Like, it feels weaker. Like, I can be like, oh, pat myself on the back, I'm 70% win rate, but I don't deserve 70% win rate. I've never had 70% win rate. Like, I think I'm getting easier matches overall. And I think this match, and I think this match today kind of support that. I think C3 is easier. There's a wider range. Like the 1544 to 1718. I mean, I feel like I'm able to somewhat bully some of these C3s, these low C3s, kind of like I'm like C2 last season, they're fighter 3, you know? Like, it feels kind of like that. This guy's got LDs, but I don't know. I don't feel like he wanted to take turn 1, and then I laid claim to turn 1 with speed lead Sekhmet, and so he pivoted into turn 2 with the Juno and Dark Tyrannus, whatever its name is, and then I just made his Wusa useless. Like, Wusa is such a risky early pick unless you're going to follow it up with crazy AoE things, right? Because I feel like over 70% of the time, Wusa just sits there, and you love that he's on the other team. Like, I'm more than happy to bring a Verd into a Wusa and just let Wusa do whatever he wants to do. Because my only threat here is Bastet, right? No one can do anything if Bastet doesn't enable them. Bastet gives them attack buff, she gives them shield, she does defense break. If Bastet doesn't do anything, they will do nothing. So that's my whole plan, is to control Bastet. So I get the reset, yay, happy times. I boost up because I'm like, you know what? We're going to be a little greedy because I don't see a ton of damage potential. And I'm like, Yanhong will get her heal back quickly. So I'm going to use Bastet to try to lay down some defense break going into the Verd and stuff like that. I mean, I know it's a risk because it has the Juno to heal. But, I mean, look at that damage off the Yanhong. Like, that to me is a rune quality difference, right? Yanhong should not do that much damage to anything. Wusa's a great target because he's fast and he's probably going to be easy to burn. But no one should take that much damage from Yanhong in turn 1 or 2. So that to me is like a matchup issue. I make a mistake here though. Watch, I drop the bomb and I don't detonate. I get the kill. I should have detonated because there's a full cleanse coming with the Pater. And I know this and I forget, and that was a total mistake, but it didn't matter. I go into the Juno, which was also actually a mistake. I should have gone into the Pater because Pater's damage would stick. Well, Juno would heal it. I don't know. I guess I was trying to get a kill, but then I just reset the Sekhmet again. And now I'm like, oh yeah, Pater's the only damage now. I'll kill Pater. The Yanhong boost into Verd is ridiculous. And that Pater's super squishy too, and he should not be. But the Bastet never does anything, so it's an easy win. So that to me is a matchup issue that I think comes from runes? I don't know. There's something going on with the way C3 matches up. Also, look at this. Look what I got. It's new. I did the free SWC scrolls, and this was my 6th pick. I was like, here, I can show you. I was like, I put down the 3. I only really want 3 monsters right now because they're all RTA monsters. So I want the Karnal, then I want the Hagang, and then I want the Praha. Those are the 3 I want. And then after that is Annabelle and Barbara, and then there's X. And I put in the Fen Yen because I've never had a Fen Yen on any account, and it does so many interesting things in all contents of the game. RTA is like, but I was like, yeah, Fen Yen, that'll be fun. And I pulled it. I pulled the darn thing. I was like, what? Up to 2 scrolls. So I replaced it with this thing, and I'm like, there's no reason I'm buying fancy legendary scrolls, right? I buy Transcendence scrolls. Guaranteed at 5 versus 1 in 20 for $100. To me, it's a no-brainer. So anyway, I got really, really lucky. So got another one of my top monsters. That was kind of nice. Now that everyone is super unsalty, let's go ahead and take a look at the stats for this week. So we played 8 matches. We went 7-1. Coming off a little win streak from last week. We won our last 3, and then we won 4 before we lost 1, and then we won our last 3. So this day, I lost that one with the Molly, but then I won again to get almost back up. I was still -2 for the day, but finished at 1725. On the 12th, I hit Guardian for the first time ever on this account, which was really fun. I took a screenshot. Didn't buy any skins because I don't intend to buy skins on this account. I'm just spending all stuff on scrolls because, like, whatever, you know. So that's my thought. I got Sierra first pick 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 8 times, and I went 3-1. So maybe I'm getting a little bit better picking second. Some notes. The C was someone tried to cleave me, so my anti-cleave was Nanahan, Sekhmet, Wusa, Diana. Worked okay. It was not a great cleave. It was like a Lucian, and he Lucianed me, and nobody died, and he was like, all right, I'm out. Then these were the 2 Guardian matches, so I marked it there. Here's when I hit Guardian, and then this is the day I pulled Fen Yen, so kind of cool. 87.5% win rate for the week, which is ridiculous. The unfortunate thing that is going to require me to not be lazy is I can't gain ground playing like this. Like, I'm never going to have a better win rate week than this. I only played 8 matches, and how did I finish? Like, at the end of last week, I was 3-2-2-1. At the end of this week, I was 3-1-9-0. So all I did is tread water, and, I mean, I gained 30 places total by gaining, 25, 35, 45-ish points. So I got to play more matches, which is a bummer. I don't really want to play more matches. I'm enjoying winning all the time and playing like once a day. But I feel like if I'm going to hit Guardian, it's kind of got to be this season because this is ridiculous. And I haven't really tested my account against Guardian level runes and players and stuff. So the only way to do that is to be in Guardian. So maybe over Thanksgiving, I'll try to play enough. I don't know that I can play enough to get into like 2100 or whatever it ended up being last season. Like, it's ridiculous. The amount of games you have to play just to get up there is borderline not fun. Like, I wonder if they took a survey of people who made Guardian and like, did you have fun? How much fun did you have on a scale of 1 to 10? Like, I don't know. It's a lot of games that are required just to get up there, and then you got to win a lot. So I don't know. So that's something that's a bit of a bummer. I was like, oh, I can just play a little bit, and slowly I'll move into Guardian, but it moves too fast, so there's no way to do it, and I got to play more than that. So unfortunate, but nothing much has changed here. My first pick, Sierra, is now up to 21-6, which is like super great. I am pretty happy going into Carnal with Nana Wusa. It's up to 3-0. Happy with that. Sierra, if they first pick Sierra, I go Yan Hong Han. It's 2-3. That means it needs work. I need to work on that. I don't know if that's great. Maybe I need Wusa in there. Wusa and Nanas want to know. So other than that, nothing else has really been solved here in their first picks. There's just so many first picks that I'm not comfortable yet. Better to pick first. In terms of units, I mean, Nana's at 70%. Yanhong's at 68. Han's at 66. Han's my most played monster by a lot. Diana is getting her groove back up to 60%. Sierra's still really good, 75%. Sekhmet, I need to trust more. She's a 72% win rate, which is really, really good. Verd, still not looking great. Wusa, still fantastic, 80% win rate. Molong, I haven't played at all this week, I don't think. No, I did not. I played a lot of Wusa. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Wusa out of 8. I think one thing I'm doing better this season is I'm not just slamming down Yan Hong Han. I'm slamming down Han, I'll tell you that. But the Yanhong has Wusa and Molly in the rotation, so there's a little more variety there. But things like Moore I don't play at all, so I need to de-rune him. P-Salm I don't really play. My Rika that I pulled I don't really play. So I need to prioritize runes in a better manner to make sense of what I'm picking. So anyway, a lot of information. Hope you guys found it useful. I'll try to play more so that I get more useful data and don't just sit on basically the same data set for a week. But anyway, if anybody else is having similar success or feels similarly about how C3 players are not what they used to be, let me know, because I'm curious if I'm the only one kind of feeling that. Like, I'm seeing a lot of people in C3 that maybe I haven't seen in C3 before, so I don't know if it's the ranking or what, but I don't know. Anyway, all right, that is it. I'm out of here. Take care, everybody. Have a great week.